go.
Hey, everybody. We are live here on the grid. We're starting a little late today because my fault, totally my fault, all my fault. But we have a lot to celebrate today. It's going to be a great day. First, we're going to celebrate our two awesome guests. To my left, Miss Jen Coffin.
Hello.
Jen, yes, Jen is not over there. Rachel is manning the social today, but Rachel is highly qualified, battle tested. She has done this before. She is no stranger to moderation. Well, in this format. And to my right, my all-time favorite guest, perhaps my all-time favorite person, my wonderful wife, Kelby. Thank you, sweetie, for joining us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
And Kelby had 1,000 things going on today. In the middle of it all, I'm like, hey, let's do this grid thing. And she's like, hand me a gun. Anyway, but she was still kind enough to be here today. And today, the reason why she and Jen both agreed to do this is for one simple reason. It's Glenn Dewis's birthday.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh, yay. Now, I recorded
Well, I think it was actually
Here's one of the reasons why we're late. I just
before.
went into my office and recorded a special rock and roll happy birthday. But it's still on my phone, and I have to, like, beam it to the whatever and all. So what we're going to do is, while I'm getting this stuff ready here, because I was so unprepared, it's been a crazy day, we're gonna get some shout outs to people, and I'm not gonna do the shout outs. I'm gonna do the phone thing to get my video ready, and Kelby and Jen will shout out.
I think it would be good if Jen did the shout outs.
Sure.
Because then she could actually do them, you know, kind of like live, how she doesn't normally get to do them.
Yeah, I'm down.
You should shout it.
Sure.
Shout it.
Dalton. Hey, Dalton. He said
Hey,
he said aloha.
Hey, Dalton.
I like that. Hey, Dalton.
Hey.
This
Yeah.
show's going to be messed up. I can tell you right
I
now.
know, it's already,
I was
it's already
snort
starting off a
laughing
little
before
funky.
We started. All right, go ahead.
That's all right.
I'm going to get some water.
Clinton is there. Hey, Clinton, what's up? Cheeky Nando, of course, Fernando. We love him. And
Nando.
you're gonna see him soon, right?
I'm seeing him, next month, and in just a few weeks, Nando and I are going to be hanging out in Lisbon doing a photo walk, and all of our friends have decided to come now, everyone.
Yeah, that's great. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a blast.
Kevin Scott, who I actually haven't met yet, I don't think. He says, howdy all from Columbus, Ohio on a business trip. Just didn't want to miss the grid. That's awesome. Very
Aw,
cool.
Kevin. Or, hey, Kevin.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, goodness.
Hey,
Erica?
can I interrupt for a second? Because I have to give a message to Meredith. I'm not seeing Video Control Room 2 at all. Oh, just on my phone.
Meredith moved it.
She probably
Meredith
did.
moved Control Room 2. It's no longer
Well,
here.
how about I can't even see Video Control Room 1 or anything.
She moved it.
Oh,
She moved it.
let me go see. It might not be on the right. They're very fussy about which network you're on. So keep shouting, and I'm going to find my right network.
Sure. Well, Rose Kieran is in the chat. We love you, Rose.
Aw.
And Piotr is there. Hi, Piotr.
Hi, Piotr.
Brigitte says hello.
Wait, can we go back and say hi to Piotr again?
Hi,
Hey, Piotr. What's up?
Goodness, I'm never going to live it down. We're going to say that around the office now. I just know it.
Hey, Jen.
Oh, totally.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
dear.
up, Jen?
Never live it down.
I know, never. And Mark is here. And Debbie Silka. Hey there.
Hey,
I did it. That was actually genuine. That just came out. It actually did. So yeah, we have a ton of people in the chat today. And of course, Doc, Ross is here.
I found it.
Sweet. It's awesome. Jock is here.
You guys don't really
saying
need me, do
hi.
you?
Awesome.
Awesome. You guys don't really need me. Stuart's here.
We
Stuart
do
from
need you. Of course
Scotland.
we need you.
From Scotland.
Kenneth from Munich. Hey, Kenneth.
Kenneth from Munich.
Yeah.
We've been to Munich. We went to Munich. It was great.
It's awesome.
All right. Hi,
Yes.
guys. The girls are in the house. Glad to see you three. Thank you. Brigitte.
Yes, thank you.
It's Brigitte, isn't it?
Well, that's how we're going to say it from now on, so whatever.
It sounds cool.
It does.
Pretty sure that's it.
Hey, hi, guys from Skegness. Oh, that's not in Canada. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where that was from. so-
Skegness. Well, he's got a little British flag beside
Oh, yeah,
it.
you're right.
So
Yep. Hey.
that's the Union flag, by the way, not the Union Jack.
Well, we're
Don't
impressed.
use it wrong. People from England will kill you. All right, I think I've got my thing ready to go.
Okay.
All right, let's see if I do this right, because this will be my awesome song, 51 Seconds of Love, Let's see if
I
this
wanna
works out.
see
I'm gonna.
this.
I don't know if it's gonna go. Are you seeing my?
There it
Here we
is.
go. Here we go.
I love these frozen moments.
And I have just sat here and figured out the
Watch it
chords
be
to
out of
Happy
sync.
Birthday. I played the single notes. I've never played the chords, but I am playing it with a British pick in your honor. So here we go, a rocking version, semi-rocking version of Happy Birthday for you. Look, my amp's feeding back here. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Glenn. Happy birthday to you. There you have it, buddy. Happy birthday to Glenn Dewis, our dear friend from everybody here at KelbyOne.
Well, there you have it.
That was awesome.
That's why we were late. I've been there, and you know what's weird?
It was worth it.
Like I've never. So one time for Tim Wallace, I played a single note like there, and I'm like, I got to rock it up a bit. Well, I've never played the chords or worked out how to play Happy Birthday. So I'm sitting in my office having to go dun 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 dun. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Go up here and like, it shouldn't be that hard, but it was. So anyway. But happy birthday to Glenn, our good friend and
Happy
KelbyOne
birthday.
instructor,
Happy
an
birthday,
awesome guy
Glenn.
all the way
Yes.
around.
Yeah.
So he's probably not watching because he's too awesome. But if you were, all right, we have some great giveaways today. We're
awesome
giving
to be
away. Look
watching.
at this. Juan had to go to the warehouse to get this bad boy. We're giving away a 3-legged thing. Boom.
That is awesome.
Upside down, right there. And you know what's weird is they
you do that
printed
every
the box
time.
upside down.
That is
That is
weird.
the weirdest thing. Like, why would you print it upside down? But anyway, they did.
That's weird.
Oh.
That's so weird. Wow. You're magic. You're a witch.
Sorry. Anyway, where is it? There it is. We're giving away this. It's called a Punks, and it comes with a ball head, and it's just awesome, and someone's going to win it. We don't care where you are in the world. We'll send it to you because we charge it to Jen's American Express. So we're also giving away all the cool stuff here today. We have for you, yes, a Platypod Ultra. The Ultra. It's ultralight, ultra slim. It's the greatest. I'm going to actually show you some Platypod stuff from my football game this weekend here in just a minute. But there it is, because you're going to see it in action. Though I use the Max. But we're giving away the Pro here. The Max right here. This bad boy. We're giving away this too. You know why we're giving away all this stuff? Because we shoplifted a bunch of this. It fell off the back of a truck. No. Because they're our awesome sponsor. Anyway, we're going to give away this. We're going to give away...
I don't think we actually ever do give it away because it's there every single
Well,
week.
we have a box of them. We don't give away the exact ones. And another copy of Moose Peterson's book, Takeoff. This book is tearing it up.
Oh, yeah.
This book is absolutely tearing it up. It's brand new, and it's hot, and it's awesome. And it's filled with incredible photos and incredible wisdom about taking aviation photography photos. We have all that and a couple of guitar picks from the grid for some lucky person. We'll tell you where to enter later, but somebody will win. All right. And look, Tim says, 3-leg thing tripods rock as much as Scott's happy birthday rendition. Yes, they do. I would have to agree with you. JF Leclerc says, oh, wow, beautiful 2 women are back.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
We love you.
We
Jeff.
have a new
You too.
favorite commenter.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, wait a minute. For the record, November 1st is his birthday?
Oh, okay. Hey, Dave.
You told me his birthday was a couple of days ago.
1st November?
Now we're going to have to run the video in reverse.
No, wait. But everyone was wishing him happy birthday.
Oh, Dave Clayton's birthday is November 1st.
Right.
I
Okay.
thought he was saying for the record. Dave, we're not doing any rock stuff for you. We're going to go classical for you.
More like a lullaby.
It's going to be a lullaby. It's going to be like,
Yeah.
happy birthday. But you're not getting any more than that. That wasn't bad, was
An
it?
operatic
good.
That was operatic.
lullaby. Yeah.
An operatic lullaby. That's coming up. I thought he was saying that Glenn's... I was really
going
going
to be new, different.
All right. Hey, you know who's here? Sharon from Hampton, Otago, New Zealand.
Wow.
Wow. Hey, Glenn, a man of few
lucky.
words. Glenn, not Glenn, Glenn Watman says, yo.
All
Yep.
right.
Stuart says,
like it.
evening from Scotland. And Salwick says, you are awesome. Hi from Brez, Poland. Glad you guys are here. Dalton Ham says, ball head included? Yes, it is, but don't worry, Dalton. You're not going to win. You know why? Here's why.
Why?
Jen picks the winners, and she always goes through and goes, oh, Dalton entered. I'm not going to let him win.
That's right. Every week.
Every week. Doesn't matter. You can enter till the cows come home. Once we run out of grid picks, then your chances to win go up.
Is there something about Dalton that I don't know?
No, we're just kidding. We like Dalton.
Okay.
No, he's
actually
awesome.
very nice. He got
He's
me
really nice.
a birthday gift, and he got you those guitar picks.
Yeah. He's
I
great.
think the fix is in then.
The fix
I
is
know,
in, maybe.
right? If I did choose gifts, he would get one.
All right. So I do have some stuff to share with you guys. So on Sunday, I got to go up and shoot with the Falcons. Now, one of the things why it was so exciting was, my buddy Michael Benford is the creative director for the Falcons. And I talked to him a few weeks ago and said, I want to shoot the stadium. So they just moved into a brand new, state-of-the-art, amazing, a marvel of architecture stadium. It's called Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Now, there is the Mercedes-Benz Dome in St. Louis, and Mercedes-Benz Stadium is in, Atlanta. So I came up, went there early in the day, and I got there at like 1:30, and we shot all the way to game time. Game time is at 8:30. So, and then Terry White picked me up. I got to stay at Terry's place, which we'll talk about later. And
Yes,
that was.
I heard they had presents.
It was a wild ride. Anyway, but I want to share a few shots with the stadium and a couple of shots from the game and just some behind the scenes stuff and all. So let me see if I'm on any kind of control room whatsoever. It doesn't look like it. I want to go to 2. So give me a second. Wait till I see the blue light go on here. Oh, it's not wanting to go. Oh, but it so wants to go. Okay. That is the largest text I've ever seen in my entire life. We have a 70-inch screen, and Rachel's
like
put
it.
like 4-inch letters on it. It's like reading a billboard in the studio. I did. She says I complained last time about it being too small. All right. It is just not connecting. You know what? Let's do this. Let's take a break. I think it's time because now
We have worked really hard. I think that we should.
Yeah.
We were kind of waiting for Michael Carlos to tune in from Fresno, and then once he did, then we knew.
Oh, okay.
And, there's my pictures. Now they're showing up. Now we're gonna have to wait because now that we've displayed them full screen. All right, so here's the stadium. I might as well jump in. Here's the stadium.
We want.
That is crazy.
It is crazy, and the stadium, so the screens are in a circle up in the ceiling, and the ceiling is retractable. So the middle of the stadium opens up and makes this huge opening, and it opens in about 90 minutes, which is really very quick for a stadium, because some of them take 12 hours. But theirs opens up in 90 minutes, and this was the first home game played in the brand new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So I'm gonna show you just a few quick pictures here. This was during the third quarter. I spent the whole third quarter up in the rafters, which is why that's what I used as my excuse for why I didn't shoot the game very well, because I missed the whole quarter. I was up in the stands shooting, right?
Oh.
And look at the screens up there. Those screens are amazing. Now, I've been in the Dallas Stadium, which is very nice. But the screens overtake you in Dallas. They're so big, you wonder why you're at the stadium. But they did a great job of the circular screens. And, Mercedes-Benz is obviously the sponsor of the stadium. Mercedes-Benz, I got to take my hats off to them. They used their sponsorship in such a clever way that it was not the least bit annoying they would show up with these incredible videos of cars. They would never say, buy the new C300 or anything. It would just cool car videos. It was so well done. Really, really neatly done. And these was just in the day when they're getting ready. I wanted to show the roof opening there. That's it opening. And here's from the end zone. That's a little fisheye. It's a 15 millimeter fisheye. Yeah. All right.
What makes it so much better when you sing it?
So I was sitting in the end zone, and I shared a behind the scenes picture of this. So once it was already open, see those cars in the center, like on the screens?
Yep.
They all drove into, it was just a mountain, like just a flat, like Salt Lake with mountains, and then all the cars drove in.
That's cool.
It was they were so slick about it. It was like, it made you want to see the next Mercedes thing. It was so well done. They had them drift. They had them come by and drift in a circle. It was just
Wow.
Seriously, it was so well done. All right. So, but the beams of light were coming in, and I kind of had to sit there and just wait for the beams of light. But there's more to this story. So I want you to remember me sitting there in this end zone right here. All right. So here's what one of the big problems were. When that dome is open, it puts a big white spot of light. See the arrow pointing to it? So I realized this looks terrible. Like, it's fine for a game, right? But for taking pictures of a stadium, you got a big, so luckily the sun went in a cloud and I grabbed my, whoa, it's in a cloud. And I went running back to all the different places that we had been. So once that sunspot was gone, it's fine for a game, but for pictures.
Unless you're in the sunspot.
Unless you're in the sunspot.
Like,
Yeah, then that would not
No,
be good.
I did that in the old Dallas Stadium. That happened. All right, and then I stood right at the center screen, center field, with a fisheye, and just shot straight up, just so you could see what the thing looks like, fully open. These are some of the clubs. So Michael Benford and his team designed all these cool graphics. This is the 100-yard club. So like when you come out, and there's just restaurants and bars and just really, really cool. And it makes you feel like you're in the stadium. All the players are huge and all. It was really, really well designed. All right, so I did get to set up some remotes because I was shooting with the Falcons. I got to set up a remote. I was the only one that set up a remote. And this is the first time they're coming out with this new structure and all this different stuff. So I had no idea. We didn't know really where they're going to run or how they're going to, what to focus on. So there's a lot going on there. And I did get some okay shots, like not spectacular. This was my first time. Now that I went back, I would take more. Like when I go back, I'll take, more remotes from different angles. In fact, I would have actually, the reason I like this side was because you could see the word Falcons in such big letters. Mm-hmm. And I'm there for them. I'm shooting for the Falcons, so I don't want to go, I just took a bunch of pictures of some dudes. Here's my setup. There's my camera before they came out. So that's a 1DX, I think. Yeah. And look at that. Look what's holding it up. That's right. Platypod Pro. That was I had the Max, actually. There we go. So there it is. See how it's sitting there? That was my rig. Little ball head from Oben, right on the old Platypod. Ka-chow.
Nice.
And I'm firing it with holding a Pocket Wizard Plus in my hand. And then I was firing a 5D Mark IV as they ran out. And this is a dude. He's pumped to be a Falcons fan. And one of the things that I was assigned to do was get pictures of this, of the players that were wearing an inaugural game patch, and they wanted to get lots of pictures, and I overshot it. I have like 400 pictures of this patch. And just a couple of game shots and stuff. I'll just rip through these because I would rate myself a D on how I did on the game. It was not, this guy lost. You know what, this is kind of cute. These two guys, they're like almost like a choreographed, like, hey. After interception, I think it was. This is actually an iPhone shot just taken out on the street. This is what it looks like from the outside. Uber dropped me off here. By Uber, I mean Terry White. And I jumped out and I thought, well, I better grab a shot in case I don't get back in. And I did not get back in. So there we go. And this is the shot. Remember, I was sitting in that stands? So that's me. But that's not where we're getting to. So this is what's cool. The stands, right? So this is taken right where I took that. The little cup holders are the perfect size to hold a fisheye or a 14 or whatever. So I used them all over the stadium. So Michael and I were shooting together. And I said, Michael, don't let me leave my lens anywhere, right? Because you're way, way up there. It's like you got to take an elevator and then you got to climb like 400 stairs to get where I was. So anyway, I'm back down the field. It's almost time for the game, and my buddy and I walk out to center field. We're taking those shots, and I go, where did I put my fisheye? And
no, I know where this is going.
The doors are open. The public's in.
Oh, no.
Everybody's seated.
No.
And I left my lens up a million miles in the stand.
God.
And so my friend says, do you think you should go? Like my friend Lynn says, do you think you should go? And I go, dude, it's a long way up there. And there's already a bunch of people up there. It's not full. It's not game time, but there's still lots of people up there said, dude, I'm going to do it. I love that lens. So I put all my gear down, and then it literally took me a half an hour to get there.
Oh my goodness.
Well, part of it was self-inflicted wounds. I went in this one side. The police had closed this area. I had to go all the way to the other side of the stadium. I go up the elevator, and I realize I'm on the opposite side. And I went all the way. It just took me forever to get there. I get there, and I'm looking up and down the rows, and of course, it's not there. And I see some guy, and he sees me looking, and he goes, And he points behind him.
Oh.
And there it was.
Oh, that's great.
I took this picture of it. That's right before I was
How
like,
awesome
I know.
that
He
no
goes,
one took it. And
no one took it. And the guy said, it's
fantastic.
right back there. And I went and picked it up. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And I was so excited. And I come back down and
That's
told
great.
everybody, I got my lens. I got my lens. All right. I do have another story to tell you, though. Hold on. Oh, here we are. So these are the Falcons guys. So that's Michael Benford on the right, who is the creative director and just one of the most awesome guys, great photographer, really incredible. Well, you would say NFL quality, art director, because that's what he is. He's an NFL art director. He does crazy stuff. And that's Lynn Bass, who is he's a longtime photographer for the Falcons.
Now, on your right or?
No, as I'm looking at it. So as you're looking at it, Michael is on the right. And Lynn is the guy where I have my camera around his neck. That's Lynn.
Okay.
So however, guy with camera with me. And Lynn he's been with the team forever. Real good shooter, real good shooter, and just a really nice guy, real funny guy. And weird thing is he's an assassin, like his regular day job.
That is weird.
Assassin.
And
I know people don't
especially,
think.
They don't usually like you to tell that.
I
but-
know. Well, he was
but,
kind of like,
you know.
don't mention it on the grid. I'm like, come on, it's kind of neat. And he's like, oh, okay. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
so I'm gonna just a couple last shots real quickly, just whip you through them, and blah blah. Here, a couple more stadium shots, but some fans. So they have seating right at the floor level. Like they're right on the field. These
Oh
folks
my
are
gosh,
right
that's cool.
on the field, right? They're like, hey, look, a guy. Anyway, I think that's it. All right. So I do want to share one story that I shared with Kaliber when I got home. And you ready?
I'm ready.
It's the end of the game.
He'll tell anything on this show, by the way.
Well, it turned out okay.
I have learned that.
It turned out okay. At the end of the game, we're packing up our gear. Now, Michael and I have our gear right up against the bench for the Falcons. It's right up the bench, right? So, like, you're a player, and here's the bench, and our gear's right there. Mm-hmm. So, because we have to sometimes get to it in the middle of the game. I go over there. I don't notice that Michael has his monopod sticking out there.
Oh, no.
And I trip. I trip on an epic level, and my camera, my 400 and everything, goes flying over the bench. And I go down in one of those slow motion, like, whoa. Like I keep thinking, I'm not really going to fall. I'm not really going to fall. I fell and crashed over everything. Like just everything. There was gear everywhere. I was everywhere. And everybody comes over. Like players are coming off the field.
No.
Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay. I was perfectly fine. I can't even track down a scratch or anything on me anywhere.
That's amazing.
But Michael said, dude, when you went down, I thought, this is going to be bad.
Did you hit your head and everything?
I hit my
right?
head. I hit my head square on but I must have just like barely made contact with it. I remember hitting the metal thing, but I must have hit it like that. Like it didn't leave a scar. There wasn't nothing. It was just.
Like just slow.
It was like, whoa, and my camera go, wait. I mean, it was a mess. But yeah, I was fine. I got up and packed up my gear, and then the next day,
Did anybody film that?
The next day, nobody
Right,
filmed
that's
it.
what I'm
Thank
wondering,
God.
too.
It would have been the worst thing you've ever seen. It would have been on YouTube forever.
I thought you were going to say that one of the players tripped over it.
No, I tripped over it, and it was colossal. The players, those guys got so much padding, and they're young, and they're like, hey, they bounce back up. I hit them, I'm like, no. I expected them to have to land that chopper on the field. Like, the real reason they had opened was to land that medical chopper to take me out of there. I'm telling you, it went down bad. It was like,
Oh, I wish I'd have been there because I would have helped you. I would have felt so bad.
I know,
would have
you're
helped
very
you.
sweet.
I would have
Yeah.
cracked up.
You would have. If you do, if
Laughed
she
so
startles
hard.
if you fall,
Oh my God.
or she startles you,
It's like a flaw.
she would be
in
laughing.
me.
So if there were blood shooting out of me,
First, I
she'd
will
just be
laugh.
laughing.
No,
and then,
no. If there was blood, I wouldn't. But I mean, if I could see that you're not hurt.
I don't know.
Right.
It's hard to
But,
say.
Like if somebody like does one of those goofy like a fall or like. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh. The first thing is to laugh.
It is. It's her
I got
first
it from my
instinct.
grandmother. It's her fault. So whatever.
All right,
Yeah.
couple last things here. We had some questions. Chris asked, did you shoot the game stadium for someone or just for yourself? I shot it. The Falcons get all my shots. So, I mean, I shoot it for myself because I love shooting things like that, but it's for the Falcons. Jack asks, what Oben model ball head are you using on the Platypod? So the one I have is actually, they've come up with a newer one. So this is slightly different. This is the BB1T. But if you go to B&H Photo, they actually have a Platypod matched with this ball head, the new Oban as they put it together as a pair, because I told them, I said, it's the perfect ball head. It's just the right size and it's great, and also that's there. Michael says, Calibra, I'm on my way to New York City. Is that a good place to take pictures with just my iPhone? Thinking about everybody moving around fast in low light situations?
Well, I mean, I think so. I mean, that's all I ever use anywhere I go. But I would have to know, like, what version iPhone do you have? I mean, the later version iPhone, the later usually you can take pictures, you know. But so that would be helpful to know. If you have a really early version iPhone, you know, it was not as good for low light situations.
The low light's gotten better and better. So
yeah, it has
if you had a 5, it was a 6.
But I will say this, regardless of what version it is, you can still get good pictures later. Just shoot towards things that have a lot of light coming from them. Like, so in other words, if you're going to shoot, you know, like areas where people are gathered and there's like lights on in the buildings and that sort of thing, street lights, that, you know, if you're just shooting areas where there's nothing, that's going to be tough.
Hey, I'm going to put you on the spot. We're going to go to break. Do you think you could show one of the shots you took from Rockefeller Center, from the top of the rock while we're, do you have one anywhere handy?
Probably I'd have to get connected to the... Okay,
you get connected. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, today what we're going to do, our topic today, I'm not sure we have a topic, but our topic today is we're going to share some of our favorite photographers from Instagram and why we share them, why we follow them, and why we think they're awesome. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Of course, we're always taking your comments and questions. We have some stuff to answer here. And I will see you guys in just a few minutes. We'll be right back with Jen and Calibra on the grid. And Juan on the jib.
And Juan.
Mention.
Howdy folks, Moose Peterson here. Are you a photographer? Do you have some camera gear that you think are your best friends, your precious little children? Well, do you go out shooting a lot? Probably needs a little care and maintenance, and that's what this class is all about. How do you take care of your camera gear? For example, do you have a cleaning kit? What items do you need in that cleaning kit? We're going to go through all of that. What about the actual place you're going to clean your gear? Have you thought about that? You think about it? It's important. How about cleaning the sensor? That, precious sensor that might scare the jiggers out of you. How about cleaning your camera body? Your lenses, lens mounts, filters, zooms, fisheyes, glass, metal, rubber, all of those surfaces that make up our camera gear. We're going to go through cleaning it, maintaining it, so you can do your favorite thing, go out and take pictures. Exclusively here on KelbyOne. Come check it out.
My name is Kaylee Greer, and I'm a professional dog photographer. KelbyOne has been monumental in this journey of mine. I have the opportunity to pull from years and combine professional experience, like the support system at the touch of a button. KelbyOne.com.
In this class, we are going to talk about color spaces, basic color theory, and I'm going to show you what's the difference between color correction and color grading. I'm Victor Fayesh. Check out my class exclusively on KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Tamron, professional photographic lenses.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back. Scott's here with Jen and Calibra. We got a couple of shout-outs real quickly.
Okay, Andrew Miller asked Jen, how can I bribe you to win something? Guess what, Andrew? I actually do not choose the winners.
I know, I just made that up.
We actually hide the person. I won't even say if it's male or female. We actually don't tell you guys who does, because a lot of people write in there asking who they can bribe. So that's actually a secret. Michael says hello. He's tuning in from Fresno, California. Hello, Michael. Fernando says, I saw an amazing basket with spray cheese. That one's for you.
Did he? All right, I'll show you. Here we go. Am I on 2 still? All right, so here's what happened briefly. Don't look at my screen yet. Hang on. I'll give you the cue, because I have to launch something here. All right.
An amazing basket.
So Terry White has a wonderful place to stay in the ATL. So he has he calls it the presidential suite, and honestly, it's as nice as any Hilton. It is completely just set up to like the perfect place to stay. So Terry, first take a look on screen, picks me up, right? He Ubers me in his brand new Tesla.
He Ubers you.
Nice. He's wearing a little hat and everything. Anyway, so we go and we do all this stuff, right? And then I go shoot the game. I get to Terry's house at like 1:30 at night, and he and Victoria have set up a whole dinner. It's like food at like 1:30 at night, like everything, a whole incredible spread. And I mean, they are the most gracious hosts in the world. They should just charge and say, "Come and stay at our place," because it's amazing. Now, and Terry's thought of everything. You go to like to the bedroom where you stay. He's got like it's a bedroom and a bathroom. It's all its own thing. And there's like every kind of power cable for every kind of phone ever made, and all the different. It's really, really nice.
Thoughtful.
But
you can tell he's traveled a lot.
Yeah, seriously.
Terry has anticipated everything, right? But I go in there and I'm really tired. It's like a long day, and I fell and everything. So I come in there and I look on the table, and here's what I see.
That is so
spray cheese, freaking spray cheese. So I just start laughing. I'm so tired. I'm like, oh, dude, come on, spray cheese. There, yes. Now, by the way, do you notice there's like a snack basket?
Yeah.
It's there whether there's no easy cheese or not. He literally puts a snack basket in your room.
Oh my gosh.
It's better than the Hilton. You have to be like Hilton Diamond, all right? But then, and I think, wow, that's really funny. But you know, Terry's not a 50% guy. Terry's all in. And he goes like, look over on the other nightstand. I look on the other nightstand. Are you ready?
Oh my God.
A framed picture of sheep. He freaking got a stock photo of sheep. He printed it out.
Oh my gosh.
And he framed it, and it's in the bedroom.
That is
threatening
awesome.
in a very threatening way, I thought.
Did it give you nightmares?
It did give me little nightmares. You know, when you get that many sheep coming at you, honey, it's terrifying. You wouldn't know.
I know. Yes. And
Thank
possibly
you.
vampire sheep at that.
They were there. Anyway, but
that
so
is great. Wow. I'm
I know.
impressed.
Wow, that's the only thing I can say.
Hey,
all right.
Look, it's Terry.
Oh, Terry says $350 a night, but you got a discount.
Ooh, I'm glad.
Very sweet.
Anyway, he doesn't do anything halfway. He goes all the way with the sheep.
Wow.
And you got to realize this, like, you know how you get punchy really late at night, you're really tired, and you look over, you see the sheep, and you're like, just no.
That is great.
I know. It was awesome. Oh, Dave Clayton says, remember, Scott, we've shared a bed.
That's an interesting fact.
Well, no, here's why he says this. Dave Clayton stayed in that
fact.
suite. So Dave Clayton got stuck in Atlanta on his way back to London. And so anybody that gets stuck in Atlanta, the first thing you do is call Terry White, right? Because Terry White, he is Atlanta. Dave Clayton picks up the phone. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Hey, my flight got. Terry sends an Uber, sends himself in a Tesla, picks up Dave Clayton, takes Dave back to the house. Dave will tell you it's the most amazing overnight guest experience in America. It's like a bed and breakfast. And by the way, in the morning, a huge breakfast of homemade biscuits and pancakes and everything you could ever imagine for breakfast. That was.
I just want to go to Atlanta. I don't want to get stuck there. I just want to go to Atlanta.
We should just go to Atlanta and hang out at their house, right?
Take it like a
and
little
Victoria
mini
is such a
vacation.
good cook. Oh my gosh.
I just want to go
Yeah,
to Atlanta and hug
me too.
Victoria.
All right. So we probably have a theme. I have no idea what it is, but Rose says it's almost a pirate show today. Perhaps you should get some pirate costumes. We could talk in pirate stuff. Arrgh.
Pirate show.
You know what? Can I tell you a Kleber story?
No.
Come
But
on.
This is, like, tell your stuff. Don't tell mine.
Okay.
All right. What are you going to tell?
So in front of the kids. Now, Kleber can do different accents,
Oh,
and
no.
she actually does them really well.
I got to stop coming on this show.
But in front of the kids, she doesn't want to tell the kids she can do all these accents. So whatever accent they ask her to do, she does it with a pirate accent. So she goes, do German. She's like, hey, it's time to go to Oktoberfest.
Oh, well, we have to hear this.
I don't think you're going to hear that. But whatever you say, if you go, all right, do Italian, and she's like, arg, which way to the pizzeria, mateys? It's just like, and the kids think they're like, no, that's not Italian. She's like, yeah, it is. Yeah, Guido. Arg, Guido, where do we get a pizza?
Or can I really not do,
The accent.
the accent?
I've heard you do the accents. You can do the accents. Fernando says, let's have Photoshop World in Atlanta. We did have Photoshop World in Atlanta, Fernando, and nobody came. But Terry was
That's because
there.
we didn't have it at Terry's house.
If we had it at
That's right.
Terry's house, let me tell you.
Right?
All right. Hey, Stanley Leary, I'm not going to say what you said because you're one of my, he's one of my my picks for our show. We have 5 minutes left in the show. No, we don't have much left, I can tell you.
18 minutes.
I don't know. No, we got more than that. I don't know. What do we have? It's not very much.
We were a little late.
We're going to start with Jen. Jen.
Awesome.
So we're looking at people to inspire us and on Instagram. And so Instagram has become such a focus of, I mean, like when I talk to people, if I talk to a client or do anything for anybody, they don't ask me about Twitter or about Facebook or anything else. They're like, so do you have people, what's your following on Instagram? Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually found Tracy Sweeney on Instagram.
There you go.
There you go.
Tracy Sweeney's the boss.
Yeah, she's amazing. Okay, so this is my first person. This is I guess not very traditional. This is a woman named Kelly Hampton. I just found her randomly on Instagram. She just shows, it's kind of like lifestyle photos of her family and their travels and everything. And she has a kid with Down syndrome. She has 3 children. One of them has Down syndrome, and so there's a lot of that focus. And which I love, I absolutely love. So I actually pulled a couple of my favorite posts out. This is so on brand for them. I mean, it's just the most adorable thing. This is right after Hurricane Harvey, so it's like, how cute is this photo? You know, this is just so sweet. Super cute. And then this is her daughter. I think it's Nella, who has Down syndrome, and so she's featured a lot. I mean,
oh, she's a doll.
So sweet. And this is definitely like kind of a mom blog, but it's just, I mean, she just does it so perfectly. Everything on here, it's all heart. That's all it is. So that's her and her children. She has a husband as well. And like, they're gonna, when they grow up and they look back at these photos, I mean, they're just gonna freak out. I mean, this is just so beautiful. And the things that she writes on here as well are just crazy. This one that I'm about to get to, at the very end, this one, I bawled when I first read it. I mean, this woman is like, oh, just beautiful what she writes. So so that's the first one that I have, and she does have a website. I actually never been on it before today because I just follow her on Instagram, but she has this whole site, and it's kind of just like a lifestyle blog, but it's fantastic. So
Very nice.
That's my first one.
Isn't that funny how often you just kind of realize or just figure out that someone's got a blog when you're used to following them on Instagram, and all of a sudden you actually click the link at the top there, and it's like, oh, they have a blog.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I click the link and sometimes I don't. Like a lot of these, I have never been on their site before.
I know.
Just
I do
Instagram.
the same thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Hilmar says, I want to hear Calibra doing her accent.
Hilmar.
Doing Hilmar's accent?
Yeah. I can tell you Hilmar sounds kind of like this. Whale mateys.
Well, and you know, most people don't know this, but Hilmar does sound like a pirate. So that
she does, don't you? I've always said
true.
that.
It's a happy coincidence for me.
Well, that's it for this show. Thank you guys for watching. Here's where to go to enter the contest. Oh no, there's more.
That was it.
Hey, that's naughty. What's going on over here?
Yeah, we need to have the disclaimer again.
Don't look at hers yet. That's very.
I know, I can't see it.
Don't look over there. It's like rated R with a hard R.
Are you just going R like to be a pirate?
That's
or
a pirate says, what's it rated?
R. I'm not sure now. Maybe it's just an accent
All right,
thing.
so what do you got there, McSweetie?
So Meredith is helping me out in the booth today, so we don't have to fight over. But, okay, we'll do that one first.
I'm firsty.
Start there.
Meredith is helping me out, and she's the boss of me. So this is Dylan First on Instagram, and he has the coolest. I think actually Clinton Ferrara might have been the one to first introduce me to this person, and he has the coolest. If you're into outdoor photography, he's based in Washington State, and his thing you'll notice that it kind of has an overall, at this point in the photography, a blueness to it, but it's just beautiful. And I don't know, Meredith, if you can click on anything there in the booth, but if you could, there's like a portrait. We'll click on that one. Or there's a little further down, there was actually a sort of like a portrait right there. Oops, back up where the girl, right there, the woman there with the glasses. And it's actually really cool. That's just such a neat portrait, I think, there with the mountains in the background. But I just love looking at his stuff come through the feed. Just really just fresh and just beautiful photography, and based in Washington State there. So if you like outdoor photography, just really gorgeous photography.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, and he's got like I don't know how many, just noodles and oodles of followers. So certainly I am not the first person to follow him. Yeah, 1.2 million.
He has a very
people have figured it out.
He has a very consistent look to everything that
Yeah.
he does. It's really nice.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Well, boy, if I got one out of left field then, all right?
Oh wait, look at
Oh.
the dog. You got to see the dog. Look at this.
Oh, my
Click
goodness.
on that. Oh my God, Meredith. Look at
Oh,
that.
that's
Oh
so
my God.
cute.
Just, I love his style, of the photography. It's really neat. So you'd really enjoy that if you enjoy outdoor photography.
All righty, very nice. All right, mine's way out in left field because my guy has ready for how many followers he has? 3,039.
All right.
But he's awesome. Alex Kunst, I guess that's...
I bet he's about to have more.
I guess that's how he's pronounced. But he's a commercial photographer, but he's got some really, really cool stuff, I think.
Yeah, he does.
And he shows some really nice behind-the-scenes stuff. Let's take a look. Like, really, just really cool stuff, I think. It's a little bit of lifestyle-y, a little bit of fashion-y,
I like it.
some product photography, but he's got a very bright, colorful style to his stuff. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But and I love the simplicity and just, I think he deserves a much wider audience.
It's kind of interesting. Is that supposed to be a wedding ring in that tool, that vice?
Maybe. But anyways, he shows a lot of interesting behind-the-scenes shots, and look, he's doing some serious work.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right? And, look at that. It's like bad fries.
Ooh,
I know, it's freaking me out. Let's get off that quickly.
it's freaking me out.
But look at this stuff, right? And look cool behind the
Really neat,
scenes.
yeah.
Super cool.
And there's some fashion-y.
He's
and-
like, how does he only have 3,000 followers?
How does he only have 3,000? I
don't
don't
know.
get it. And he's got some nice series
It's the
here
best
and
kept
stuff.
secret on Instagram.
It is the best. He's the best kept secret on Instagram. Yep, he's the one. So anyway, I think he's really very, very talented. And and look at that, it's Condé Nast.
Nice.
But look at all the typos in the cover, right? So.
You're
It's
really
so
supposed to say
embarrassing.
that with a pirate accent. Though.
Hey, look at all the typos in it. It should say off the coast of the Caribbean with the pirates.
All right. Let's say hi
Oh,
to
look at
Gert.
that, see? That's
Gert
awesome.
Jan Stolt. Hallo from the Netherlands.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
Gert. Hey.
Never gonna hear the end of it.
Hey, Jen. Jenny Jen, what's up?
Oh my goodness.
Matt the Wombat Charnitsky. He's a guy from the internet.
And Rubino.
All right. Hey, yo.
Oh,
Rubino.
Or Rubino. Sorry.
Rubino. Don't say Robin.
Nope.
Sorry.
It's Rubino.
All right. Hey, Johan asked an interesting question. Johan says, if you're serious in photography, do you really need an Instagram? What's the purpose? Is it just so people can see your work and follow you? Johan, you watch this show a lot. How many stories have we told about people who actually got work? In fact, Jen just told you one. You found Tracy Sweeney
Yeah.
off her Instagram page. Calibra wants to say something.
Can I go next? Can I go
I'm
next?
getting a feeling, a vibe.
Well, you know what? Okay, so if Meredith will help me out this time, again, actually, if I could go next, because one of them, Meredith, if you'll pull up Louisa on Instagram, she actually was on Instagram shooting portraits with an iPhone, and she just did the cover of Time shooting like Hillary Clinton and Angela Merkel, and she did, and also, well, all of the, it was a famous women, cover, but the point is, she was discovered on Instagram. Someone from Time, the editor from Time, was going through there and saw her work, saw that she was shooting with an iPhone. I don't know if that was important. Maybe they were looking for someone shooting with the iPhone, but she really liked her work and saw her on Instagram, and then she was shooting the cover of Time with an iPhone. So there's two things there that I find interesting, and that she was going to be one of the people that I was going to show you as far as inspiration goes. I think that's very inspirational. Number one, she's just on Instagram sharing her photos. Number two, she's doing all of these photos with an iPhone.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And now, because she was sharing those photos on Instagram, she's shooting the cover of Time, and look at the people that she's taking portraits of.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's an answer for you,
That
Johan.
is a great one. And also, Johan, I ran this on my Facebook page. It was a quote, and I wish I could tell you who said it, but I have to go back and dig it up on my Facebook, and we'd run out of time on this show for me to find it. But the quote was, "You have a much better chance of being discovered on Instagram than anyone somehow stumbling upon your portfolio," because they'd literally have to stumble upon your portfolio. But on Instagram, art directors, art buyers, the biggest brands, they are searching Instagram. In fact, Terry White from Adobe, which is his last name, by the way. Do you know that his first name is Terry White and his last name is from Adobe?
From Adobe.
And Terry White is actually one word, and so from Adobe. Anyway, but Terry White from Adobe says, "We discover and hire people off Instagram all the time."
So cool.
There you go.
I actually have a follow-up artist, because she's kind of building her whole career off of her Instagram following as well. So yeah, Instagram is ridiculously powerful. This is a woman named Margaret Zhang, I believe is how you pronounce her name. And she has 892,000 followers.
Oh my God.
And I it's so funny because I follow these people and I just think, her feed is so interesting. And I wasn't even exactly sure what she did, and I went to her website, and I guess she's a photographer, she's a stylist, she's a writer, and a blogger. So this was actually one of our posts, and I saw this says "Meet the Future: Why Margaret Zhang is the Model Professional of Tomorrow." So it's just kind of like talking about how these people build these careers off of social media, which is very interesting. And look, she herself is on the cover of Elle Australia, which is nuts. So she's a photographer, but it's like you follow her and she takes tons of photos of herself. And here she is at her own gallery opening. And look at this. I mean, this is just amazing. I just love seeing photos like this. You just get a little glimpse into their lives, which is just so interesting.
Well, and that's the other great thing about Instagram is that you can include those, also with your portfolio work. You get to share all of it, all of you.
Exactly. And here's a ad that she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's really talented.
Yeah, very talented, and she's just so cool. I mean, she's really into fashion, and it's a really cool Instagram feed.
So like me, she's really into personal fashion.
Totally, and me too.
Thank you. You notice I have matching shirt and work shirt. Work shirt.
Nice.
Look, double logo. If I had my Zildjian hat on, Calibra goes, "You look like a NASCAR driver." Like if I put a hat on and it's got a logo, my shirt's got a logo, she's like, "Seriously, you look like a NASCAR driver."
No, not if all the logos match, though.
Well, they do match today, like Zildjian.
So that's not a NASCAR driver.
Where is it? Doggone, it's over there. All right. Hey, I'm going to show you one, if we can see. So mine's a travel photographer, all right, and quite a good one, actually. He's a photographer, he's a blogger, he's a writer. He gets work straight off of his Instagram page.
Nice.
But I was going to take you through his whole page, but immediately he turns to shots of himself. There are more shots of himself than you can imagine. Oh, it's Dave Williams. But
Dave.
what you really want to see is a lot of shot of Dave Williams.
Oh my God! I love the mask.
My God! Look at how many shots of Dave
hysterical.
Williams can you fit on one thing?
Oh my goodness,
Look at this.
that's so great.
Oh,
It's a Photoshop world.
Alrighty. So anyway,
love it.
but between the gratuitous shots
But
of
why
himself.
wouldn't you want to follow such a happy, smiling face?
Oh no, I love Dave. He's awesome. But you know what it is? He does share, like you can see behind the scenes here, but he's got a lot of great travel stuff, and he's getting work straight off this. He's always sending me a little note, "Hey, I just picked up this, or I just picked up that gig, or whatever." But he's got a lot of great travel stuff. In fact, he's in Italy right now, because he just has to tell me where he is all the time, so I'm miserable about it. He's like, "Guess where I am?" "Hey, well, where are you at? Your office?" He always asks me where I'm at first so we can make fun of it. So that way if I say I'm in Paris, he goes,
that's just
have
mean.
fun. But if he goes, "Oh, you're at your desk? You're working? Really? I'm in Italy."
So kind.
He looks so nice.
All right, and this is his sister.
Oh, it's not.
But I got to tell you, They get awfully cozy for brother and sister.
Right?
Like a lot of
stop.
times,
A
I'm
little
like, you know,
creepy.
it's a little creepy.
Oh, stop.
And they go everywhere together. Look at this, you know, come on. Okay, it may not be his sister, but that is definitely his cat.
Yeah, I love all the photos of cats.
Cat sound. Meow. 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 Okay, anyway. There he is. Look at him. Look at these. Look at what Dave's doing here.
Yeah.
He's photobombing the grid set.
That was on air too, which was so funny.
Oh my God.
Was on air, wasn't it? Anyway, go follow him. He is Hybrid Dave Williams, HYBRID, Hybrid Dave Williams. He only has 345 followers, but he says, expect a silly amount of selfies. I tell you what, I don't want to start my day without a selfie of Dave Williams.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it, but that was so.
Sometimes we put it on a projector in the house and we wake up in the morning and say, what's Dave doing? There you go.
We don't.
Hey, look at this. Matt the Wombat Charnisky said, I had someone reach out to me from NBC on Instagram to feature one of my shots of the supermoon on the Today Show.
See? There you go.
Look at that. So Andres asks, just wondering, some people have great photos and only 150 followers, and some people have not so great images and have 15,000 followers. What do you think, Scott? Do they buy them? No, I don't think so. I think that a lot of it is basically how well you promote yourself, you know, and getting out there. There are a lot of things that you can do to build your audience. I did a class on KelbyOne called How to Build Your Audience on Instagram. Part of the reason was I had nobody on Instagram. I had like nobody. And then my social media manager at the time came to me and she said, hey, you got some followers, like you're not putting anything up there. Because I was putting up like, you know, here's a picture of me in Boston. Here's a selfie. Here's just a football picture. Here's a travel picture. I just didn't really have a strategy. And so I decided to put together a strategy. And it worked. And I went from like 4,000 followers in about 8 months. I had 125,000. And so I did a class on how to build it. And I will tell you this, you're going to go, oh, sure, Scott, you can do it because you've got a following. None of them came. I couldn't get anybody from Facebook or Twitter to go over and follow me. I would do it. I'd do a big post and do a thing, and nobody, 16 people would come over. There's other things that you can do, and I've had so many people that have watched that class that have written to me and said, your class was the thing that springboarded and let those numbers go crazy. It's not based on how good a photographer you are. It's not like the good photographers get a lot of people and the bad photographers don't, because there's some people who are just celebrities or whatever that have huge Instagram followings. But it really has to do with how you manage your account and what you do with it. Mm-hmm. It explains why Dave has 345 followers. Because Dave, oh wait, he has 15,000?
He has 2 accounts actually. I
Oh,
guess
he's
that's
on the
his
other one.
personal
Okay.
So I think he gets his work from this
This is
one.
why he has 345 followers. He gets his work from a different one. And his other one is called...
I was going to say, when you
his
read that
other
amount,
account
I was
is,
thinking, that
here it is,
doesn't sound right, because I thought he had a lot
His other
more
account
than
is
that.
called XXX Naughty.
That's it.
No?
Yeah, I
no,
don't
his
know.
other account is Hybrid Dave.
Yeah.
Just Hybrid Dave. Go show this one, because he does have great photos. That's the account I'm following. I've never seen all these pictures of Dave before. Because I'm thinking, God, he always shares these great photos. There's one I stole from him right there. Go up a little. See that shot? I was going to Paris and I saw Dave put that, and I sent him a note. I'm getting ready to steal your shot.
Which one?
The telescope.
Oh, nice.
Hey, the hint is the Eiffel Tower in the background.
Yes, I see it now.
That's the telltale sign.
Is that in Paris? Just kidding.
Cat sound. Yeah, look, he's got some great stuff.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
But no, this is a really great thing though. Look at what Dave is showing over here,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 15,000 followers. Then look at what Dave's showing on his personal page, his friends and family and selfies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow this one now though. Oh, I am following this one.
It's so confusing.
I don't know, Dave's got too many accounts. Anyway, we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're all gonna unfollow Dave.
Let's do it.
Hybrid Dave Williams, and we're gonna go and follow Hybrid Dave because he's more than one person. He's a hybrid. Part pirate, part British guy. Stick around. We'll be
right back.
Pirate show.
Pirate Show.
Hi, I'm Steve Hansen, photographer and director. My transition from chef to photographer started when I was a private chef. I Googled photography training and up came KelbyOne. Learned about how to use a strobe, how to run your business. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. That first step for me was KelbyOne.
Okay, have you seen the new version of Lightroom Mobile? It is off the chain. You know what's so great about it? It looks like Lightroom on the desktop. So there's been Lightroom Mobile for a long time, but now it looks like the desktop. It's got sliders and it's like you edit like you always edited. And it's awesome because whatever you do on your desktop goes right to your iPad and it goes right to your iPhone or your Android phone. And you can just edit anywhere and have this Lightroom experience anywhere you go. And I know what you're thinking, but yeah, but I miss the adjustment brush. No, it's here now too. What about the radial tool? And yeah, now it's all in Lightroom Mobile and it's awesome. And I want to teach you the whole thing. Come with me. You're going to learn the whole thing from the ground up. It's so easy because you already know how to use Lightroom. We're just going to take it and apply it to the awesome new interface. I'm going to teach you all the new tools. You're going to love it. It's going to change the way you work with Lightroom. You're going to extend Lightroom's power in a way you never thought you could. And it's only here at KelbyOne.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Hey, we're back. Calibra's here. Jen's here.
Hey.
Juan's here.
Hey, Juan. Sweet.
Juan's not coming on camera, but he did throw us a hi, which is, you know.
He did.
Something.
That's pretty good. Rachel is on the moderation today. How's it going over there, Rach? Snazzy. She says it's going snazzy. Snazzy.
She's so laid back.
She looks like she's not really moderating. She looks like she's just kind of giving up over there. She's literally, we look over there, she's like leaning back in her chair, she's got a drink, and she's kind of like, what up? You know, you're supposed to actually like, you know, get, what? All right, and Meredith's in the booth. I think Ron's probably in the booth. I don't know who else is in the booth.
Maybe Steve.
Sometimes you go in there, there's people drinking. Steve's
Ron
in there.
and Meredith in the booth.
Yep. All right, where are we at? Okay, Calibra.
What?
No, I mean what? I'm sorry, Calibra. Who else do we have here? Who do you got?
Who do you got?
Hootie.
Okay,
You're gonna have to talk to Meredith.
I've got one more. Meredith. Okay, this is travel photographer, but she is just Chantal, I guess is her name, and she's just based in Paris. And she has amazing.
Well, that's just cheating.
No, it's wonderful. Coffee and flowers and cafes and everything Paris. And so you can just go through there and just daydream and forget where you really are.
Forget that you're on the stupid grid set.
And look, like stop there for a second.
Ooh, that's nice.
A lot of images like that will come through your feed. And yeah, they're just beautiful and just, you know, remind you of all the reasons why you want to go to Paris.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did she pay you to follow her?
No.
How did you find her?
You know, I don't know. I think she probably just showed up in my feed. Yeah, and maybe it's because of the types of things that I either follow already or maybe I post. Some bot somewhere, you know, notices what I do. And she showed up there one day, or maybe someone recommended her to me. But yeah, I love the things that she posts.
Oh, she's very good. Mm-hmm. Luxembourg Gardens there, boom.
Well, also she, you know, appeals to kind of, you know, how I might notice something or look at Paris, you know, it's the little nooks and crannies, sort of.
Like that book shot.
Yeah.
If you go up a little, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and can I show you something that I think is really very good? If you look at her feed, if you'll just kind of close out of that real quick and look at how there's a consistent post-processing look to her images. Like this is, when I see successful accounts, you see this a lot, where they have a look and people like their look and they process everything the same. And you were showing that earlier, Jen, when you had the
mom on there.
No, I'm sorry. It was well, the mom, exactly. Her stuff all looked the same. Yours of the dark for the dark
Landscape.
look,
Right.
landscapey
Right.
look. But
And
all
you'll
of those
notice-
photos look like they were taken by the same photographer.
Yeah, and
They
it
do.
seems to be a little bit of garden in each of her images, which appeals to me, or a little bit of coffee, maybe a little bit of garden and coffee.
Ooh, garden and coffee. Coffee.
And what's not to love about gardens and coffee in Paris?
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
Nice.
Very nice. Hey, John Skinner says, I have a show idea. Scott shows his entire workflow inside Photo Mechanic with code replacements. Hey, John, we actually have a class on that on KelbyOne where I show my entire workflow inside of Photo Mechanic with code replacements. I think it's called, no, I'm serious. That's what it is. I think it's called Professional Sports Workflow, post-processing workflow. I go through the whole thing. So if you want to watch it there, it's over on KelbyOne. Alex Corbett says, can Steve do a set lighting class, please? You know what it is, Alex? Steve's just not very good. No, no, Steve's awesome. There's not a big market for people that are like, hey, you know, like today's our new class day, right? If we came out with a class today and all of our members were exposed to lighting sets with Steve, we'd get a lot of letters. Like, I don't light sets. I shoot weddings. It would be instant death. Now, here's what you can do. You can hire Steve as a consultant, and he'll teach you how to light anything. So
It's a good idea.
You know where you should follow Steve? Can I tell you something?
Or start a petition.
I follow Steve Nicolai. I follow Steve on Instagram, and he posts a lot of cool behind the scenes. I think he has a really interesting feed. You know who else?
Who?
Juan.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Juan. I'm gonna go find Juan here in a second.
Steve actually has a lot of amazing photos of like cities and stuff, cityscapes.
Yeah. You know, video people, like cameramen and all, they make really good photographers. Graphic designers make really good photographers. Video editors and video production people make really good photographers.
Sure.
So I think it's kind of they're such visual and creative people already that, you know, if you can make it look good in video, they're like, well, I could just freeze a moment of that. And, you know. All right. Hey, I'm going to show you one real quick. Oh, there's Steve's page right there.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, Steve. Hey. Look at those nice cityscapes.
I know.
And then Tim Wallace. Cityscapes in the middle of it all.
Behind the scenes.
Tim Wallace behind the scenes.
Tim Wallace. Cool guy.
Cool
Batman.
guy. He's Batman.
He is Batman.
He's Batman.
Cool.
Hey, can we just have a reminder? When is Dave Clayton's birthday?
November 1st.
Let's all ramp up to that. November 1st. Let's ramp up to that.
He gets love all the time though. Like every grid episode, he gets love.
He gets love. He's a
Not
love.
that he doesn't deserve more.
He's a love bucket.
It's always his birthday.
All right. I got one for you. All right, I'm gonna go find Juan too. So this is Austin Mann. So I met Austin the same day I met Jeremy Coward. I met Austin the same day. We met in a restaurant in Grand Central Station or Grand Central Terminal in New York. And Austin is a great, great photographer, but he became pretty much an iPhoneographer. And when you're like in downtown LA and you see one of those giant 25-story billboards that says shot with the iPhone, Austin's one of the guys that does those.
Nice. Sweet.
And so he's also has a free ebook to help you shoot better iPhone photos, and he has a link to it right on his page. He's got a lot of followers, 87,800 followers, and it's just simply Austin Mann with 2 N's. And I'll give you a look.
Austin Mann, he's the man.
He's got some good, what you call it, eclipse photos,
Yeah, those are cool.
and a bear. But now I can't swear that he took all of these with his iPhone.
I know, that's what I'm wondering.
But he takes the bear photo. He could, well, let's
could
see.
crop it.
Let's see what he says.
Good crop
point.
it.
Well, yeah, he could crop it. It could be in a zoo. No, he's like, no, I don't think that's with an iPhone.
Oh, there at the
That's
bottom.
with a Sony A9 and edited on an iPad Pro. So there you go. That was taken in Alaska.
Alaska.
And so anyway, quite a good photographer, quite
I
a good.
say he took that iPhone, he walked up to that bear,
That's
and he
it.
said, "You sit there."
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
I think that's exactly what.
Yeah, he says. As many of you
start a
know,
rumor.
today my iPhone is more often than not my camera of choice. But he's showing a picture he took before his iPhone. But that. Anyway, great photographer, a really great guy, really great person.
Nice.
We could make him a legend over that bear photo.
Yeah, we'll just say he
Just
took it with
say.
an iPhone. He
That's
got
Walked
right up
up
there.
to that bear.
That's the next
And looked him
iPhone
in the
campaign,
eye.
actually. Like
Looked him in the
photos
eye.
of bears up close. Another dangerous
Wait,
animal.
maybe I'll go do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're just making it up,
Sure, let's let it be you. All right, so
Let's
that's
let it be me.
That's Austin Man. Okay.
Very cool.
Jen's got a really, really good one over, and she removed a lot of the naughty stuff, which is nice.
Yes, and
She curated.
I did. I curated it. So I'll just show the front. This is a little racy.
well, great. I
But-
didn't get to see it.
So this is Sasha Samsonova, 442,000 followers. She actually got a lot of followers, I assume, because she shoots a lot of the Kardashian girls or the two young ones. But this is how
Tina and
That's it, it's
Tanya? Tanya Kardashian?
This is how I originally found her because I just love the mix of the artwork, which I assume she did not do, but then the photography. This is complex. But then I started following
That's a
her
cool
because
shot.
I just love her work. I just think it's so beautiful. And a lot of it's just very dramatic and
Oh,
very
God.
cool.
Was that a snake? No, that's.
It
That
was
was
a
a snake,
snake.
yeah,
It
I'm out.
was. Yeah, it was
I'm
a little
out.
freaky.
I'm out.
I'm out.
That's why you'd be out.
And no. Like, this is so cool and creative. I love it. And then this is her. She actually posts a lot of behind the scenes, which is super cool just to see all that. So yeah, check her out.
And now,
Cool.
how do you say her name again?
Sasha Samsonova.
Wait a minute. I could do a theme song for her. Sasha Samsonova. Sasha Samsonova.
Oh my God, we have to send this to her.
Sasha Samsonova. Dun, 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 dun,
Isn't that
dun,
already
dun.
a song?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't speak. I know what you're thinking. And I don't need a reason.
you know that doesn't work.
Don't tell me because it hurts. Don't speak. I know what you're thinking. I don't need no
He's only talking in song today.
Yeah, I love it.
Who's responsible for this? I need to know. Is it you, Juan? No? Okay.
Morgan Sonderman asks, do most people use the provided Instagram filters or do they post-process in Lightroom? Calibra.
I don't use Lightroom, and I also do not use the Instagram filters.
I would say statistically that it's got to be like a 500,000 to 1 use Instagram filters versus Lightroom. But that's because everybody is all around the world, 600 million people or whatever are on Instagram. So regular people are using it, but
That's
serious photographers are probably doing their own post-processing.
Yeah.
and putting
Agreed,
them, like-
agreed.
So it's over in the, it's hard to look at the big picture and say that. All right, Johan says chocolate is the way to bribe Jen. Many
true.
bars of chocolate. Now is he
It's true.
saying many
No, if you're
bars or
gonna be
mini
bribed.
bars?
I mean, that's a good way to be bribed.
Yeah.
Kathy Bateson got me a big chocolate bar from when she came to Photoshop World. It's
All right.
delicious.
I didn't
So
get one.
we're way over time. So each of us is going to pick one last one. So Calibra, if you've got, you got another one?
No, I only had 3. I only follow 3 people.
Okay, good. I only follow 4. All right, you can go, and I'm gonna do one.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys a really funny one. If you are into compositing or anything like that, I actually showed you this guy, Scott, a little while ago. This guy is also, I didn't even realize I had 2 kind of Kardashian related. Sorry about that.
Sure
I'm
did.
not, not a
Jen?
crazy
What's
Kardashian
up with
person.
that, Jen?
But this
what-
guy
Hey!
is insane. It's so funny because he claims that he's a fraternal twin of Kendall Jenner, and he's only following one person, which is Kendall, and he has 683,000 followers. And all he does is he goes through all of her photos, and he just adds himself into it.
Oh
What
my
am I
gosh,
doing?
that's
I've
funny.
seen
Right?
this guy.
Isn't that no? I
That's
showed him to
funny.
you,
Oh, you
like
showed
a
him
couple
to me.
months ago. He is just hysterical, and his work is just
Are you gonna show-
impeccable.
Oh
This is
my
it. So.
That is so
And then he always
funny.
writes some ridiculous little story about
Oh
how
my
he's
God.
hanging out with her, and see, he's
You
just
did show
so
me.
yeah, I
You did show
did.
me, yeah.
That's
just
funny.
So good.
And he even has some videos that he added himself into. I mean,
Oh, that's funny.
it's hysterical. He's a good person to follow.
All right, I got one then. Here we go. Mine is Julia Kuzmenko. Now I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm not certain. But she is a retoucher and photographer based out of LA, and I think her stuff is really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
So she's the photographer and the retoucher?
Well, she's a photographer and a retoucher. She's both. Look, photographer and retoucher. Now,
That's what I said.
and she's a Braun Color brand ambassador. So look, now what's interesting fact, this picture right here, that's me. Like I was the subject for that picture. You can't tell because of the makeup, but you know.
Very
Or the
interesting
nose
That's
ring.
I have a nose ring. I just can't see it on a small screen like this.
Wow.
But let's look at a few more
Or
here.
in person.
Stop it. She's great, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look flawless.
They do. Don't they look great? I mean, she's so good. So good. And look, see her right here in the middle? She's got a secret. Shh. Don't speak. I know what you're thinking.
Yep.
Good, right?
Very good.
Lots of macro close-up stuff. Lots of beauty stuff. Now my battery's dead.
Oh my goodness.
You know why? Jen's over there like hogging a full battery. Like I'm here like 3%, Jen.
Ron hooked me up. Oh, do you want this?
Why would I want that?
Here you go.
Well, who needs a computer on a show like this? Gosh, Jen. Oh,
well then.
mine won't even fit.
Oh man. I may as well show you my last ones.
Doesn't matter.
So this woman I found on here, she's called the Blissful Maven. I also showed you her. And again, this is a little, I wouldn't say risque. It's just really beautiful. And this is her website, and it's just so beautiful. She is.
Wait, look at the subhead. A place of intimacy.
I changed it because the next one was a nude. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
But oh my goodness, her work is just gorgeous. It's just so beautiful.
A lot of people making out on her page. I got to
It's
tell you
true.
that.
She
Like,
does-
you know what you should name it? Make-out party.
Make out party.
What do you think?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
That's a good name. Yeah, I like it.
So yeah, she's definitely worth checking out if you're into this type of thing.
Make-out party.
And then I just had
If you're into what? The makeout party?
the makeout type photos. Yes.
Make-out
And then I had one
party.
other guy. His name is Ran Ortner. He's the painter that I was talking about. This guy is so crazy. Look at his site. Let's see if it'll come up. Let's refresh. Watch this. You'll see the scale of what he does. Here it comes. Look at that. Isn't that
Oh
nuts?
my gosh, his stuff is big.
Wow.
And he paints it?
He paints it. It's all painted.
Look at that. I love the motion
Yeah, it's very cool.
of the ocean.
And then he has all
Oh,
kinds
boy.
of behind the scenes photos of him working on the paintings, which is really cool to see. And see, look at him here. It's just, I don't know, I love this guy. I'm just obsessed. And it's something so simple. It's so simple, but his entire career is like based off of these paintings.
Oh, those paintings are so easy to do. Anybody could do that.
I know, right? It's very
I almost
simple.
did that on the way to work today.
This guy it's very inspiring. Very inspiring.
All right, I have two more people I'd like you to follow, and we're going to wrap it up. First one is called Calibra_Kelby. Is that it? Is it Calibra_Kelby?
It might be. Let me see. I don't
She
know.
never knows her own address. And Jan Coffin,
Yes,
which is yours, just Jan Coffin, aren't you?
Yeah, like
You know
everywhere.
why? Because no one's named Jan Coffin but Jan Coffin.
it's true.
No, it's just Caliber Kelby.
Oh, it's just Calibra Kelby, one word, like Terry White's first name. Can we pull yours up? Can you pull up Calibra
I think it's
Kelby over
Caliber
there?
Yeah.
Kelby. I mean, it might be two words, but it
No, it's
doesn't it
one
put
word.
everybody's
No,
doesn't
it's
it
one
put
word.
everybody's name together
Yeah, I
on
think
Instagram?
I put mine
it
together.
just put,
yeah.
putting Calibra Kelby.
This is slow for some reason.
There it is.
Calibra.
Awesome.
These are all iPhone, right?
Yes.
All right, we got to get her to 10,000. Scroll up. She's at what, you're at 9,925. We only need 75 more people to hit
that's pretty.
10,000. And at 10,000, you know what she's going to give away?
What?
A Lens Pro to Go gift card for $50.
Oh wow, that's awesome of me.
All right. Scroll down, though, so we can check.
Meredith is control.
Meredith's in control.
She's
Meredith
in control.
Is in
She's-
control.
She's a control freak. Load more.
Very nice.
I wish I'd been to some of these places with you.
So Meredith, can you hit that one that is looks like it's off of the side of a cruise ship there?
Yeah.
So that's done with the Plotograph app.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. so that you can create
That's
movement.
amazing.
That is so cool.
I love that. You did that on your phone?
Yep.
You took the photo on your phone and then you animated it on your phone.
Yes.
You know what else will do that?
What?
Video camera.
Very
I'm
true.
just kidding. No, she
Well,
was the
yeah.
still first. She took the still first and then later went back and added the in plotograph. You know what's amazing
It's
to me
really
about the plotographs?
fun.
The way you can't tell where it loops.
No.
Right.
Right.
If it's done well.
Yeah.
That's a really, really fun app. I love it.
I want to try it out.
It's not plotograph, it's plot, right? Plotograph.
Photograph. Yeah.
She's the queen of plotograph. The queen of plotograph, yeah.
I don't know, but I have fun with
Look
it.
at that, fireworks with an iPhone.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, scroll down a little bit. Look at that, that's pretty good.
Well, thank you.
Scroll down a little bit. Is that a symbol?
It is.
Do you follow her? Just kidding.
I do follow her everywhere I can.
Yeah, actually, I raced up the garage door, and the sun was hitting our son's symbol. He has his whole big kit set up in the garage, and I actually thought it was beautiful, so I just took a picture of it.
Nice.
It was kind of maybe a silly thing. to take a
Eleanor
picture
wants
of,
to
but I
know,
liked
is
it.
Calibra planning on getting a new iPhone 8
Yes.
or an X? Are you getting an 8 or the X?
I'm getting the iPhone 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Kathy
can't wait,
Bateson wants to know,
actually.
isn't there someone doing a class on the plotograph? Yeah. Trey Ratcliffe is doing it, and when it comes to the part where they go to the phone, there's a special guest that Trey asked to have on the
Ooh.
special guest. Trey asked Calibra comes in and does a thing on the phone version because
I say he
Trey
was
does
being very nice
Trey
and
does the
asked me to-
desktop version, right?
to come in for
I
a
don't
few
want our waters
seconds.
to commingle.
I
All right,
don't think he needed me.
All right, did anybody out there notice, a single person out there notice that we have a third mic now? Anybody? No one noticed? Not a single person? I had an incredible prize to give away.
Oh, man.
If someone had noticed it before this moment, I was going to give them a Canon 5D Mark IV, brand new in a box.
Oh, my gosh.
But no one wasn't really going to do that. That was a joke.
You know, I just got one of those.
Did
got
you?
it yesterday. Yep.
How do you
yeah.
like it?
I just took it out of the box. So
How do you
I
think you'll like it?
I think I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, you are. Hey, all those pictures, like from the stadium, all of those stadium pictures, those are all taken with a 5D Mark IV.
Very cool.
5D Mark IV, yeah. Well, it's time for us to go. Where do we go to win prizes? Because we've got some good ones we're giving to give away. A 3-legged thing. And this one is especially good because they printed the name upside down. It's like a collector's item.
It's a one of a kind.
Inside is their tripod and ball head and a carrying case. It's all here from the great folks
cool.
at 3-Legged Thing, designed in the UK. So it's got clever UK design. And I'm going to talk through this like I'm one of the Beatles. Yeah, we've got a great contest for you. We're going to go to the submission form. Go to KelbyOne.com/contest, and you'll see all the boys there. Put in your name, your address, put a little loop-de-doo, and then you'll find out if you won. What you do need to do in the comments is tell us, what do you want to win? Here's what you could possibly win today. Number 1, a 3-legged thing tripod. So if you want to win tripod, just write tripod. You don't have to know the exact name. We get you. Moose's book, aviation photography book, brand new. We have them hot off the press. We have them here. Platypod Ultra with the accessory kit. Don't forget about the accessory kit. Or a Platypod Max. The Pro, the bad boy, right here. Used just a few days ago at the Falcons game. Not this one, it's in my camera bag. All right. I think we've pretty much run out of time a long time ago. But it was only because we started 7 minutes late, which was not my fault. I think it was Jen's fault.
It was.
Because Jen was doing a birthday song for Glenn Dewis on guitar. All right, so we need to get a rating. How do we feel that Rachel did in moderation today? Now, it's a 1 to 5 star rating system. If you think Rachel was a 5, just write the number 5. If you think she was a 1 and should be replaced by a robot, no one's going to put a 1. No, she does a great job.
was a 5.
You know what else I like about the way Rachel does the things? Everything's a different size. different colors, different sizes. It's like reading a ransom note when you're watching the show, right? Everything's like different fonts. Look at the world. She has one for Rose here. It says, "Can you steal pictures?" And the ES and the question mark are like 10 font sizes smaller. It's then there's some that are blue and different fonts.
Like
Look at the word assignment over there. It is. It's like you're going through like it's like a ransom note.
She got all 5s except Rose Kieran gave her a 4. What the heck?
I think Rose did the right thing.
Dalton gave her a 4.9.
A 4.9.
I get that. You don't want to give someone exactly perfect score.
Here's a good example. It says Matt the Wombat Charnitsky, and there's no comment, just the time, 4:48. Oh, okay. Oh, there is a comment. All right. Boom.
That's his dog.
Oh, your dog?
That's his dog. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
That's his dog.
If you want to go see Matt the Wombat Charnitsky's dog, it's at Hey Wexter, HeyWexter. Definitely worth doing.
And his dog is cute. Very cute.
We've got the final stats on Rachel. It's a 2.4 average. So
Piotr just wrote 4 plus 1.
Oh, 4 plus 1.
Pretty good.
That is good.
That is good.
Yeah.
We're just playing with you, Rach. She's going like, she could care less. She's like, I don't care what I get. This is not my job. This is not what I'm paid for. She's like, come on. All right, Jen, thank you very much for being on the show with us today, for sharing some wonderful picks. Calibra as well. You guys have great picks.
Thank you.
Juan, thank you for doing whatever it is that you do standing over there. I think Juan is like security guard and
mostly bouncer.
Spiritual guru. Wouldn't you think of Juan as a spiritual guru?
Yes, I would. He's quiet like one.
Shake.
He's quiet like one. You know what? Sometimes I look over.
All spiritual gurus are very quiet.
The weirdest thing that happens on this show is we're going along sometimes and you look over and Juan has a yoga mat out and he's doing yoga. And I'm like, what? And you're like, I can't say anything because it's the middle of the show. It's true story.
It is true.
Thank you. It's not just me.
She's quiet.
Because she doesn't want to route out Juan, but she knows it's true. He's taking us out. No, you can't take us out. That comes from Meredith. You can't override Meredith. She's the queen of this show.
Meredith is the boss of all of us.
She is. She is the boss of all of us.
Nobody moves until Meredith says so.
Mm-hmm. Nobody does anything until Meredith says so. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, ladies. You were awesome to do the show with. Thanks, Rach, even taking all our jokes. And Rach gives a thumbs up. She's like, I'm a 5-star. I don't care what you say. And thanks to everybody watching at home. Thanks to Ron and Steve and all the cool people. And now we like to end with a dramatic pull. What do you call it? A pullback? What is it called, Juan? Jib shot? I don't know. It's jib out. Here we go. See you guys. Jib out.
Guys.
Jib out. There it goes. Jib out.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Westcott, professional photo and lighting equipment.